I lost 180 pounds, and during maintenance, some of the weight came back. This series documents losing 20 pounds realistically without panic, punishment, or starting over. Hello! I'm so hungry. It's 11. You guys, it's almost 11:30. Like, I don't wait till 11:30 to eat. We all know that. But we have our food. And we're going to talk a little bit, but first off, let's get to the food part so I can have a bite. It's ground beef. I have some bacon pieces, the real bacon pieces, and some cheese, a piece of like sliced cheese in here. So let me just, you see that steam coming out of there? It's because it's so cold outside. One more. Y'all know I got to have 2 bites. Hallelujah. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit is this is kind of day 2 in my series. And already I'm feeling a little more grounded in my eating. I'm feeling a little more grounded in my mindset. I've walked past a few things in the break room that last Friday, I think I ate about 8 cookies that were in the break room. And I've walked by those same cookies, and I'm definitely a little more clear-headed today. It's only day 2. What is today? Is today Tuesday? Yeah. So it's only day 2. But all that to say, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Terry, and I get distracted. But no, what I want to say is I did not want to immediately start tracking. I have people ask me all the time, Terry, how would you start, or how do you lose weight? What would you recommend for somebody brand new? Don't track. Don't track. If you're brand new, just shop the outer aisles. There's meat in the outer aisles. There's produce in the outer aisles. Heck, even eat fruit. There's milk in the outer aisles. There's cheeses in the outer aisles. There's cream in the outer aisles. Shop what your ancestors, for me, I got ancestors that came, during the gold rush, and I got ancestors that came from Germany after the gold rush. So I think about, what would they recognize? Would they recognize meat? Yes. Would they recognize vegetables? Yes. Because they had to grow their own food. Did they recognize, fruit? Yes. However, they would only recognize fruit in season. But I'm just putting that out there. Would they recognize cream that came from a cow, or milk from a cow, or butter? Yes, they would. So would they recognize Frosted Flakes? No. Would they recognize oats and bread and beans? Yes, they would. But would they have damaged their bodies metabolically to where they should avoid those things for a while? No. They didn't overeat so much processed food that they needed to avoid those things. They were so busy out in the garden and working all day, gathering their chicken eggs and, or inside cooking. And, they were working hard, and they didn't have all the processed junk that we have. So they have not metabolically, they did not screw up their bodies like I did. So my method, shop the outer aisles and go from there. Don't track. Just learn how to cook food that doesn't come in a box. Learn to cook meat from a raw form. Learn to cook vegetables, either frozen or fresh, but with nothing else on them, like in a can. That's my thing. Shop outer aisles, and that's where you need to start. And do that for a month, 2 months, 3 months. As long as your scale moves, rock on, baby. You just eat them whole foods. When your scale starts slowing down a little bit, you're like, maybe I don't need to eat grapes and apples and pineapples 7 days a week. Maybe I should do it 4 days a week or 3 days a week, or you know what I mean? So that's how you need to gauge stuff. Is your scale moving? Keep doing it. So like for me, that's why I'm going to do, the next couple weeks of eating, for me, I'm cutting out veggies. Because for me, that helps my brain. I have impulse control issues when it comes to food. I've really, really messed up I have a bad relationship and a bad addiction and all that stuff with food. So for me, I have to get rid of the vegetables and the fruit and just go to animal based, except for my 3 non-negotiables, my quarter cup of milk, I use the, no sugar added Skinny Girl coffee syrup. So 2 servings of that. And then what's the other? Oh, my Keto Chow protein powder mixed with water. So those are my non-negotiable, I guess cream or milk is animal based. But Keto Chow and the coffee syrups, those are not animal based. So anyway, but those are my non-negotiables. I ain't giving them up. But I know for me, the reason why I like to reset back to meat and animal based for the most of it, I'll say 90%, 95%. For me, it helps my brain with the food noise. I have a lot of food noise. So where some people, the GLP-1s help a lot with that food noise. And I'm not anti-GLP-1. Let me tell you one thing. If you need it, you get it. I really want to try this in my own way, doing what I did before. So I feel very comfortable and I want to make this a relaxed situation. I don't want there to be pressure and stress and, for me right now, this isn't about punishing myself. It's about, all right, let's get back to structure. I always said I'd be good in the military because I need structure, because I'm so squirrely. So if I don't have structure, I forget what I'm doing or what I need to do. And I live at work off a calendar that tells me exactly what I'm doing, every couple hours or every hour. So if I don't, then I forget. So it's the same thing with my eating. That's why I have to meal prep so much. And if you're new to my channel, go back to my playlist. I've got a bunch of meal preps, and this most recent meal prep, if you go back to that one, it's actually geared towards what I'm doing right now. So I did not weigh my ground beef and stuff this morning. Typically I will weigh it just so I can tell you all, but I'm not tracking it right now. But I did not weigh what I put in my lunch bucket today. But yeah, so that's what this is going to be about. And I just wanted you to know right now I'm getting back to basics, and it's just going to be, for me, it's about doing what I know works for me and what helps my brain. So, but yeah, so it's kind of cool. Today I wasn't super hungry until about 11:20. And then I went to heat up my food and came straight outside. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I love y'all. But again, if you are new to this, don't track. Just shop the outer aisles for a few months and see what your scale does. It's a great way to start. So that way you don't stress out over how much of this, how much of that. Just cook it and learn how to cook it and go from there. All right, I'll see you next meal. I can't show you work, but I'm out in my car, not my car. Another gal supervisor and I are in charge of making sure these cars get warmed up and every week. So she's out. So I'm like, I had about a 15-minute opening on my schedule. So I thought, let me run out here and get these cars started and let them run for the week so they don't sit around and get cold. So I'm sitting out here in the car for 15 minutes answering comments. Hello again. So let's see here. I am having 2 eggs and a pork steak. We've talked about this before, but some places don't have pork steaks. So if you don't know what a pork steak is, it's a pork butt, and it's just sliced up into steaks. And so there's, have all the fat that's on a pork butt. Yeah. You know this boy. He had his nose on my hand like, hey, I'm here. I know you're there, little boy. Anyway, so we're having pork steak, and 2 eggs. Got the eggs way too dry. Way. I didn't weigh it. Listen, we ain't weighing nothing. We'll weigh it when we weigh it. Told y'all. Got to get in the right frame of mind. Now, for me, I eat this as a dessert. Some people use their keto chow as a meal replacement, so they add fat. Well, there's plenty of fat in my pork steak, and it's all going to get together in my belly. And so, this is pistachio keto chow mixed with water. So 1 serving of keto chow mixed with water. And when I was sick, I would do it and heat it in the microwave because you all taught me that. It was just a good way to get protein, and it felt so warm and kept me warm on my chest. So anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is something I noticed today was that, something I noticed today, no cravings. You know, I figured I would have some cravings after eating all that junk. Now, I'm not saying that what I did, you know, all the food choices that I made were great, but I'm just saying I thought it's very interesting that I'm not going through detox or having cravings or fighting anything. But I will say I forgot yesterday to add in my electrolytes like I usually do. Y'all, I had some cramping this morning about 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, my foot. So in the description of my videos, you'll see some videos, and I make my own electrolytes, so you can see that. But I also take magnesium at bedtime, so all that's good. It's just I gotta remember to put in my electrolytes. So yeah, so this is what I've eaten today, and like I said, this is part of my When Weight Comes Back series. It's a real maintenance, one day at a time, and I'll check back in tomorrow.